went over to my buddy's house, and he had some sticks behind his house, so we went and got the wood chipper, and we was chipping them up for him, and kind of let him borrow my wood chipper, chip up some stuff, so he wouldn't have to burn it, because it's we're in a high risk burn right now in our area. Everything's dry. We ain't had enough rain. So we'll see what happens this summer. It's not looking too good, in my opinion, for the mowing season. We're getting because we're haven't had much rain, and but it ain't April yet. It should start raining here in a couple of weeks or in a week or so. I think we got a little bit of rain chances this week, but we're trying to run this wood chipper, and the blades are dull on it. So I don't know where we went right now. I think we're what are we doing? Oh, we just setting it up still. Not sure what we're doing exactly, but here in a little bit we run it for a little while, and we have to switch the blade out. We take the blade out of it, actually sharpen it and put it back in. So you want to be careful when you're working with a wood chipper, because they don't care what they're cutting. They'll cut your finger off way easier than chewing up sticks. Your body's not near as tough as a tree, you know. It only take one time for you to be ruin your hand or something in that thing. What's good about it though is I don't think we can reach it, the blade, with our hand. We really have to try to reach down in there a long ways. There's a plastic deal in there that is hanging that you kind of keep your hands on this side of it, and you're still like a foot and a half away from the blade. Then from then on, you can get a push stick and stick down in there and push it down with a push stick, which that works pretty good. The push stick does. But anyway, I'm making a little voice over here because that thing was so noisy and everything. And at the end of the video, I'll let you hear it running for a little bit. But I'm going to talk here for a little while about wood chipper. It just, to me, it makes sense to own a wood chipper because you get rid of a lot of the bulkiness of the load. You can get way more limbs and sticks on your truck or trailer when you chip them up than you can. But then you got to move your machine around a little bit. Sometimes I do an extra run to the job site if it ain't too far away. I'll haul my chipper on that trailer, that one there. I got a bigger one I pull behind my truck, but it's pretty rough sometimes when you're working by yourself and trying to juggle how you're going to get your equipment to the job site. I almost have to work like a lowboy driver. That's what I was back in the day. So that helped me, I think, on how to figure out how to get all this equipment to the job site. I just go back to my lowboy driving days and kind of take a couple pieces over there or something and go back and get the rest of it or whatever I need to do to do a job. But I'm to the point now, I'm just going to do what I can. And I got to schedule a whole bunch of extra work ahead of my, you know, I'll mow a little bit here and there, and then I'll might do a landscaping job here and there, and then a few tree trimming jobs through the summer, maybe through the winter a little bit. Tree trimming, I can do that all year long, which the tree trimming part did up my game just a little bit, but it's also a little nerve-wracking. See, right there, I'm trying to run this big stick in it, but my blades are dull. The blades are dull right there, and we sharpen them. Then I run that stick through it here later. I'll show you when we turn the machine around and everything. I'm trying to push it in there, and it's a bunch of sawdust coming out because that blade just won't cut that very good. It's dull. That's what I'm telling him. I'm saying this thing go right through there, but it was sharp. We're gonna run a few more little stuffs through it. It busts it up pretty easy. I think that one right there he has a little hard time with. And then I bit some more muscle in the game there, and I shove that sucker in there here in a second. Watch this. I'm gonna grab a hold of that thing and show him how to shove it down in there. You gotta give. I'm a little heavier than he is though. He's probably about to lift himself off the ground fishing on it. Watch this. I'm gonna grab that limb and I'm gonna show him how to shove it down in there. Here we go. It ain't got no choice when I push it down in there. It's gonna go. Look at all that dust coming out of it. I only got one good arm. My other arm's still in recovery from my bicep getting tore off. But hopefully it's going to get better. It's starting to get better. But this is a DR wood chipper with like a 16, I think it's like an 8 horse Briggs and Stratton on it. The 16.5 is the torque, like the foot-pounds of torque it's got, which ain't very much, 16 foot-pounds of torque. That's like a kind of like an axe, but it's going, that thing's spinning about it's spinning, I think it's spinning about 2,500 RPM. The blade is, the motor's going about 3,000, but it's got a little bit smaller pulley on the motor than it's got a little bit bigger pulley on the chipper part, so I think it slows it down a little bit. So it's probably around 2,000 RPM, the chipper blade spinning. And I built that little chute, that rusty looking chute that's sticking up there. I never painted it because it did just come up a little bit and shoot it back down to the ground. And it'd make a pile on the ground, which is dumb, really. I'd rather have it shooting into a wheelbarrow or a pickup truck. That'll shoot into a pickup truck pretty decent, about on a pickup bed. Which, if you had a little pickup bed that would dump, that would be that perfect little chipper for a small little chipper setup deal. But yeah, this is my friend, and he's a lawn guy too. He's my competition. Probably gonna end up putting me out of business. But he's got a little lawn care company here in town. But we help each other out. Me and him also gather up scrap metal and haul scrap metal into the scrapper. We've only done one load so far, but it wasn't too bad. We got a little money out of that deal. And I think we're getting ready to take the blades apart here in a second, and in a little bit, and sharpen the blade. And then I'll show you how it starts cutting a little better. But yeah, that's DR. It's actually a homeowner's. It says professional power for the homeowners is what it says on there. It's pretty powerful. It could use a feeder wheel, but if it had a feeder wheel, it would be awesome. And I'm thinking about putting a feeder wheel in that drum. I think I can figure out a way to hook a hydraulic pump up to that motor with the hydraulic feeder wheel, a little motor on a feeder wheel, have it pull the weeds in I think we're going to go get some tools right now because we're going to sharpen that blade. I think that's what we're doing anyway. He made us be getting his gloves. No, I think we're gonna sharpen that blade there. I think that's what we're gonna do anyway. Yeah, he says we're sharpening the blades, and then I think now we got the blade sharpened, and we're gonna see how it cuts. The blade's sharp now because we just turned the camera off, and now we got the camera back on. And now watch how the chips come out of this thing. It's gonna come out a lot better. It's gonna start eating these sticks up pretty good. I'll tell you when we start to put that bigger stick in here in a second. Let's see here. I don't know. There it goes. It's going in. That's that bigger stick. There's some chips coming out of that little baby now. I don't know if I'm a little bit ahead of my thing here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe not. We've been now it's doing a lot better now. You can see the chips coming out of it. I think my order of my video might got a little out of order because it I thought we had 2 wheelbarrows sitting there earlier. Maybe we didn't. The wind was blowing pretty good. See, I was blowing all the chips and the dust. It made the chips cleaner though, because all the dust blew out of there. Okay, here goes that big stick that I couldn't get in before. Now I'm putting it in there, and it's eating her up now. See all them chips coming out of there? She's really chewing her up. It does bog the motor down a little bit if you get a 3-inch log going in it. It's only a 4-inch chipper, but it's still not gonna. It don't cut like my other one does. I get my other one bogs down. It's a 27 horse. This one here is only like an 8 horse. Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired. It's about 11 o'clock at night. I'm doing this talk over. But I don't know. I don't really know what to say anymore. I've done talked all I can about my machine. I like that little chipper. I give it quite a bit of cash for it though, but I've upgraded now to a little bit bigger one. But that's kind of like my backup chipper. It's a pretty good little chipper though. It's a good backup chipper to have. It's pretty nice to have a backup. I'll be glad when I get out there and start mowing some grass. I did a couple of leaf jobs this week. This last week, I mean. Had a couple of leaf jobs, and I don't know when we did a tree job. Might have been a tree job at the beginning of last week, and then I ended up my week with those leaf jobs, which I had a pretty good week. I need to do my bills to my people pretty soon. And I lost my church that I mowed for 10 years. I'm giving them a really cheap deal, but I guess it wasn't good enough because now I lost them. And I guess I'll figure it out how it was, how much work I did up there actually. I mean, it ain't easy. I mean, you don't know the church yard. It takes a while to learn it. I mean, ain't no big deal though, but whatever. I'm moving on down the road, and I'll replace them with a couple, 2 or 3 good yards, and I'll be making more money than I was mowing that. I mean, you can't work for free, in my opinion. Maybe somebody can, but not me, because I got to pay my bills. And then I gotta buy lawnmower gas. You ruin your blades. Uh, there's a lot of stuff to think about on that job. You got houses all around. You got people walking by. You got a few 100 feet of trimming to do. It's just not as easy as it sounds. So yeah, I'll go mow the church. You know, but my honest opinion, they should sell that big hunk of land they got across the street and that with that other building on it, and then they'd have a bunch of money in their hand. Uh, they're just wasting their time owning that piece of property. That's just my opinion, though. Who am I? I'm nobody. I can be replaced with the drop of a hat. But all right, I'm gonna get off here and let you guys listen to the sounds of the wood chipper for the last end of this video. So hope you guys like and subscribe to my channel sometimes, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe because it's free. There he is bringing the other wheelbarrow beside it. We're going to shoot it in both of them. We can fill them. I think he probably got 2 wheelbarrows after. He might not have filled both of them. He had a little bit more brush there when I left. I told him I was tired to have at it. It's 5 o'clock. That's my quitting time. 5, maybe 6. If I can't get it done by 5, I work a little later sometimes, but I don't like to. So, alright, y'all. Like, subscribe, share my videos. Appreciate it. And I'll let you guys listen to the rest of this video with the noise. Alright, we'll talk to y'all later.